Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. There's a lot of syllables in that one. But before we get into that, we do have some quick announcements to get through, beginning with the first of our two sponsors. The first is the wonderful NordVPN. So let's turn it over to our resident hackers, Sam and Laura.
Okay, Kryptonic Override, now that Taliesin freed us from the internet, and with NordVPN encrypting our traffic and hiding our IP and physical location, we can unlock the secret of the evil Ultra Codex.
This will be a walk in the park, Black Willow 69. Time to jack in? Jack in, yes, to the main something.
Frame.
Positronic, obviously. Time to jack into the mainframe.
Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Oh, firewall. Oh, dang, I have no idea what to do. I'm stuck.
Uh-oh, Black Willow, I got a cube over here.
Oh, yeah.
Guess I'm gonna have to beam it. I don't know, do you beam a cube? I don't...
Oh, no, I think it's you dream it or meme it. I can't remember.
Oh, no, it's asking for a password.
No problem. Wait, actually, we should probably respect their privacy and just stop right there.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, my GameCube. You've lost your powers.
Wait, what?
When you were in the web, the serial killer must have drained your Haxor abilities. Your minds have been sliced.
But we're the most sophisticated key punchers the Darknet has ever booted. There isn't a digital Keenan that we can't kill.
The's no doubt that you are the greatest crypto kings to ever keylog a target. But without your hacking skills, you'll never beat the Ultra Codex.
What do we do, Freezer Burn?
There is a way, but it's dangerous. I could download my entire 1.21 gigaflops of brain archives into your Flashdance protocols.
Wait a second, a data transfer? But you'd be giving up your master level computer powers forever.
It's the only way. One last hack for justice.
Hacksaws.
Click
together.
Okay.
Oh, no!
We're only gonna have one shot at
You okay over there?
I'll be fine. Power glove is overcranked. Transfer modules hot and bothered. Master and Commander.
The far side of the world.
Far side of the world.
Farewell, Hacker Planet. It was elite while it lasted. Activating self-slice.
Did it work?
010110001.
That's binary for yes.
Yeah.
I know binary.
Yeah.
Freezer Burn. Are you okay?
Oh, who? Oh, geez. There's some pretty doohickeys you got there. Are those calculators on your arm or something?
Oh, no.
Holy shift. He's gone. The Freezer Burn sacrifice will not be in vain.
No.
Because we're going to hack the Ultra
Codex. Yeah, and with NordVPN's 68% off sale going on, it'll only cost us $371 a month. Plus, we get an additional month free when we sign up at nordvpn.com/criticalrole and use coupon code criticalrole. NordVPN's secure and unlimited service will literally save the world.
Yeah.
Matt? Hack to you.
Tune in next time for another techno-tastic episode of The Nord and the Stone.
Wow.
If NordVPN ever sponsors us again.
That was a dramatic meeting.
Very dramatic.
That took some turns.
The prop work was great.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Maxwell.
Thank you, Sam and Laura and Taliesin and NordVPN for your patience. And
Did you shake it to turn it off? That was incredible. Oh my god.
That's why I turn off all my electronics.
Busted.
So I turn on my PS4.
My little hacks your gear on the table for us the game because it's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
That looks like a lot of fun.
That won't
Very
distract
fun.
us.
Alrighty, and our second sponsor for tonight, the returning sponsor friends from the beginning of campaign 2 up until now, D&D Beyond. If you are new to D&D or just can't get enough, of your own games and you want to check out the legendary Epic bundles and unlock all, or Epic Legendary bundles, I should say, and unlock all 38 current 5e D&D books for your table, you can do that now at D&D Beyond. You can access all the monsters, magical items, spells, and more for use on the digital tools on their site. And you can get 15% off all future source books and adventures on D&D Beyond as well. Plus, anything you previously purchased on D&D Beyond is credited towards your bundle purchase. So check out the legendary bundle at dndbeyond.link/CRLB for Critical Role Legendary Bundle. Thank you, D&D Beyond. And that's it for our sponsors for tonight. As far as announcements go, Marisha, you got something to talk about.
Yeah. In case you missed it, first episode back of Talks Machina. Yeah.
Did it air
It's
already?
back.
Oh,
It
boy.
did. It aired and it is now on YouTube.
It was so good.
It was great.
Brian was
Back,
so
back.
I know.
great.
Yeah, featuring Laura and Matt.
We had a good talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, amazing. And since it now airs every other week, next episode will air on Twitch next Tuesday, September 29th. 7 p.m., of course. So, yeah, of course. And as always, the VOD will be available on YouTube on Thursday and the Crit Roll Podcast Network the following Tuesday. But it's back.
Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Talking about the D&Ds.
Hell yeah.
And beyond.
Nicely.
All right, thank you, Marisha.
Double plug.
And Laura, you got an announcement you want to make real fast.
Yes, it's a little one, but it's a good one.
Like that.
All of our Mighty Nine chibi pins designed by the wonderful Jenny Park are now available in our Australia store.
Hey!
Ta-da! Check them out at shop.critroll.com.au.
Fantastic.
That's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura. Alrighty. I believe with the end of our announcements, that brings us into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
The adventure begins. They were always beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair. They got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there. There's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting. Rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands. Take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call? Digging deep in your soul as the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn to roll.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, the Mighty Nine, after returning from Traveler Con and their adventures at Rumblecusp, made their way to Nicodranus to catch up a bit with Marion Lavore, to do some shopping, to set off some research into some aspects of the mysteries that surround some of their recent adventures. And we, returned not to spend some time with her family, Veth, with her family. During that period of time, you all decided to make your way to Rexentrum to speak with Lady Vestarugna, one of the members of the Cerberus Assembly, who had previously said that they were interested in some transactions or a business opportunity for you after seeing what you had achieved in the name of the negotiation that ended the current war between Jorhas and the Dwendalian Empire. After doing a little bit of shopping around Rexentrum and gathering some extremely powerful magical artifacts, you made your way to Darugna's tower. had a conversation that outlined the future interests she had to the north in a location known as Eiselcross. She let you know about kind of an element of a shadow war that had been long brewing in that direction and what seemed to be a race to power between many factions, namely the Empire and the Dynasty, in search of these ruins that have begun to be uncovered in recent times beneath the ice. Broken bits of the ancient arcane city of Aor seem to have been slowly recovered from beneath that region, and she would wish you to accompany her there in search of more information and answers as to what it's capable of, what can be found, and preventing others that she feels should not have such power within their midst. So, you accepted this, and were given about a week or so to return when you finish your preparations to begin your journey to this odd, much colder region of Wildmount. Upon exiting the tower in Rexentrum, not too terribly long after your arrival, a message was delivered to the group, a letter that was addressed to Bren. And upon reading the letter, it seems that your presence was also noted by Master Trent Ikithon, who then requested the presence of you, Caleb, and your companions the evening of the next day to join in his tower, along with your two previous classmates, Astrid and Aedwulf. And that was where we had left off. So, as you all stand around Caleb in the midday cloudy air on the not terribly bustling streets of the Candles region of Rexentrum, as Caleb finishes reading this letter out loud to the rest of you, what do you do?
Are you going to go?
Yeah. Yeah, it's what we came back for. There's a lot I don't understand. Still. And, my old teacher is,
A douche?
Yeah, but I don't know how redeemable or not my friends are. I don't have a lot of faith that they are, but I need to know for sure. And then also, I have many questions about the Assembly. It is hard to know if they have, if their plans line up with the King's, or if they have their own plans, if they have the same plan within the Assembly. They don't all seem to get along.
You don't think it's a trap, do you?
I think it very well could be a trap.
What do you think he wants from this meeting, from you?
It's a very good question, and I'm not sure I can give you a definitive answer. But, Trent took his work very personally. My best guess is, I am somewhat of a failed experiment. I don't know why I was left abandoned for so long. I'm curious.
What if you aren't a failed experiment?
You think there's another shoe going to drop?
Maybe.
Like they let him go on purpose?
We've certainly achieved more than he had previously. Perhaps he's just in favor now?
I've considered it.
Just trying to think of all the angles.
Regardless.
I think
Beauregard.
it's irregardless.
Irregardless?
Unregardless of this.
Unregardless, that's what it is.
Zemnin is very precise.
They did just update that in the Cobalt Reserve dictionary.
No.
Irregard.
No.
Yeah.
They did fucking update it, actually.
No.
Which is just maddening.
It's decay of the Empire.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
It could be a trap, though, and I need to impress upon you, Ikathon is about as dangerous an individual as you will encounter in your lives, and Eadwulf and Astrid are likely not too far behind, or
They
maybe
can't be as powerful as you are.
they have a bit of a head start on me, Jester.
How? Were they there longer? What?
They didn't drop out.
Yeah, but you have so many spells. You're so powerful, and you've been learning from lots of different sources. They only had the one source.
Well, they didn't take a nap for a decade. But, just be ready for anything. He is powerful, Ikathon, but I can only guess at some of the things they have done since I knew them. But there is much that I do know. And they made the ultimate sacrifice for country.
How old were you when you were here?
I was a young man, I was 16.
16?
Yeah.
Wait, you slept for 10 years? Or is this just like a figure of speech?
Rip Van Widowcast.
I was not in my right mind for a long time.
I understand.
So you weren't actually sleeping? Were you sleeping?
Not technically, no.
Were you
Okay, because okay.
was someone else controlling you
At that time,
at that time?
no, not at that time. There are some gaps for some of you. Could we go somewhere a little more private than the street?
Yeah. Let's
Yes,
go.
of course.
Okay, I would like to try to navigate our way to some sort of an inn.
Okay. Yeah.
You're still not here. Okay. It's still the same day, right? It's still the same day that we left Veth?
Since the morning, yes.
Okay, so we're calling you tomorrow.
Take your time.
Okay.
Nice. Just keep chilling.
Fine.
Wait, no, aren't you coming here this morning?
Are you looking for an inn here in the Shimmer Ward, or are you looking for something a little more?
Something very rudimentary.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. Back to the kind of not too far from where you first arrived at the Rexentrum Archive of the Cobalt Soul. You find a small kind of corner of the two dingy roads inn that maybe can house, has about 6 rooms for rent. So it can house a handful of people per chamber.
Okay.
But it's really inexpensive. I'd say it's about 2 silver pieces to rent a room.
I will rent it just to be perfunctory and find, and there's eating down below.
This isn't so much like a lunch tavern, more than just
A place to stay.
A place to stay.
It'll do.
They do have snacks.
No, it'll do. I will lead everyone up to the room
Okay.
that I've rented.
This place is nice, Caleb.
We're only going to stay for a moment. I'm not comfortable. There are gaps. Astrid and Eadwulf were willing to do anything that Ickathon asked of them. And their final test was to kill their own flesh and blood. And they did so. And I am like them. What was. Am like them.
Was.
We share a road with a lot of people. It doesn't mean that they're all the same, especially when you take a crossroads.
So you did it?
I have considered sharing all this for a long time, but you cherish your family so much. And I suppose I enjoyed being seen as I should have been, or could have been.
I just go up and give him a hug.
There is a reason I have never told you about my mother and father.
You must have been so sad, Caleb. I'm sorry you felt like you had to hide that.
Well, I've been lying to you. And I am sorry.
We lie. We lie about things all the time to protect other people. Sometimes to protect ourselves. I don't blame you for that.
Whatever we're doing here, I've come home in the hopes of atoning. And that idea has evolved quite a bit over time. And I'm not sure what the exact answer is. But I mean to atone.
What does atonement look like to you, Caleb?
Well, I feel like the things that I've seen no one should see. Never again.
So we should put a stop to it then.
Well, it's complicated, isn't it? It's wrapped up in the ruling of a nation.
You've come a long way since me, you, and Not were huddled up in that hotel room. I said then you had a responsibility and that none of us would see you differently.
No one should be put through that.
No.
No one blames you.
Well, one person. Anyway, I find it hard to imagine walking in there tomorrow and you not knowing the whole picture. That's the whole picture. I want to learn a little bit what's going on in my colleagues' heads.
We saw them. We were handing off the beacon. They didn't. They looked pretty far gone.
I have to try.
You think there's something redeemable? Think they're worth saving?
They're worth saving, yeah? Whether or not we can, I don't know.
Did they ever waver? Or have they remained believers this entire time?
Well, as children, no. Not to my recollection. We were very avid in our duties.
So you never wavered either?
No.
And it was the final act that made you change your beliefs?
So much time was put into stamping me into a specific shape. It was comforting to know your place and serve. The greater good. But I failed my people. My people.
I feel like they failed you.
Yeah, didn't your family sent you off to the academy, didn't they? They believed those same things, right?
To a degree. Yes, my parents were very big believers in the Empire, but they also loved me as wholly as your family, Caduceus, or yours.
It's not a failure on your part. It's a failure on the Empire's. I don't think that it's by coincidence that your core beliefs that you were doing something for the greater good led you to us and what we're doing now. That's the truth.
Well, it remains to be seen what we can do, but maybe we can do.
I had this conversation with Ford the other night. We were still in Rumble Cusp. Think we're doing good? What we're doing as a group?
I do.
I mean, that's pretty dope, right?
Yeah, the Mighty Nine is pretty dope.
Fuck yeah.
Just the stage is a little bit bigger.
Would they... I have a question. Would they do this with every student at the academy, or were you just a select few that was chosen?
Trent has an eye for talent. And to my understanding, we were just the latest. We were not the first, and we were not to be the last.
But you three were a bit of a class.
Yeah, boy, I have thought a lot about this for a long time and talked to no one about it. I don't know all the answers, but we certainly all came from humble means. no family name to speak of. I was very good at what I did, even at a young age. Eadwulf was not only very capable, but he was strong, and I think that caught Trent's eye. And Astrid, maybe is a bit like Trent. Maybe that's unkind. She had a hunger, ambition.
Do you think the Academy knows what he does?
Who,
Do you think?
Trent?
Yeah. Do you think like Ludinus goes, okay, Trent, now go find the people, and now have them go do horrible things, or do you think it's like he knows that Trent finds these good wizards and brings them up to the forefront? Do you think anybody else knows the brutal things that he does?
Someone knows.
The Academy, I do not believe knows. The Assembly,
The Assembly. Someone has to.
some of them, Ludinus, intimated that he had some idea.
Well, I hate them all now.
Just so I have it clear, we're going to try and redeem Astrid and Eadwulf, but Trent, fuck him, right? Or are you trying to...
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a fuck Trent, right?
Just to be clear.
Oh no, do you sort of like Trent? Do you have like some weird thing because he like treated you nice a long time ago?
I think a goal is always better than a grudge. What's the goal?
That's very fair.
I have my theories.
Yeah. Well, I have said many times that I would like to surgically remove the bad parts. It's not all bad here. But it seems impossible.
This can't go on.
Well,
No more
it could.
of this.
It could go on. It has for a long time.
Well, there's a goal.
Yeah.
No more.
Whether that means exposing him or stopping him, maybe we will land on that, but I need to know more about what different members of the Assembly believe.
If he's been teaching for that long, is there a chance that there are members in the Assembly who were his student at one point in time?
No.
But just because you're his student doesn't mean that you're one of his proteges,
Is
right?
there a chance there's more like you?
It's what I'm kind of getting at.
Got away.
Maybe there are more allies out there.
That's a very good question. I do not know the answer. I spent a very long time trying to stay as far away as possible.
Quite possibly not alone.
Well, I take a lot of faith by what we achieved on the ocean. This nation doesn't need to be steeped in fear. The Empire has slighted the dynasty. It has taken a cherished religious artifact from them. Bloodshed has stopped because we merely gave them what was theirs. If that is not a lesson for people in power, maybe they do not deserve the power. Or maybe this system is too corrupt. I don't know.
I think it depends on how deep the corruption has gone. If it's worth saving. If something's too far poisoned, maybe it's better to burn it to the ground and start something fresh.
You and your brethren, you dabble in this.
It's more or less what we do.
Yeah.
It's kind of our mission statement, that's what I just said.
Mm-hmm. Would they... if he needs to be cut out,
Oh, yeah.
would they stand by?
Yeah. The Kobold Soul and the Cerberus Assembly have butted heads for decades. It's kind of the checks and balances system. And I just try to not let myself be too naive to the fact that corruption exists everywhere. I think I can be an expositor, utilize the resources given to me, and not have to be blind to the flaws.
What about taint within the Cobalt Soul? Possible?
Of course.
Have you seen it?
No. Not to my knowledge. Not really.
If there has been, it's been dealt with so swiftly that by the time anyone discovers, it's already gone. Or it's so far up the chain that nobody knows.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to tell at a certain point. But as far as you know, there are those, of course, with any sort of structure that do fall to corruption. But because it is a worldwide network, there's a lot
bit more accountability.
There's a lot more accountability than other more locally political structures. So it has a higher success rate.
It's the common belief in the soul to share what knowledge is known, especially amongst the branches.
Well, tomorrow night can be a first step, but one, I need Veth, and two, we are rode hard. We cannot show up tomorrow night looking like this.
Oh. Should take the puka shell necklace off then. Fuck. All right.
I think it's a good look.
Thanks.
The urge to show up in the Dynasty finest is almost overpowering.
We talked about going back tonight for dinner and getting ceviche.
That's true. We could go back
Was a
to
conversation.
Nicodranas and clean up real good, you know. Got lots of fancy clothes at the Leva Chateau.
We still have those outfits, don't we? There.
Our evening wear?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did he say that the dress was formal? Is that a thing? Do we have to? Just curious if it was stated.
No, it was not.
Not formal or not stated?
Not stated.
I think you should step it up and make them feel underdressed.
That's true. That's true.
Step it up.
We are fully outnumbering them, so they will feel out of place in their own home.
Do clean up well.
They wouldn't poison us, would they?
I'll try and be prepared for that.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay.
I could also be the taste tester, right?
But do you have some
I could
shit
check.
where you're...
Would you know if you'd been poisoned?
I can will poison out of my pores.
Sure you can.
Yeah.
Ooh, I bet you
run up
smell
a tree.
so bad after you do it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Does your sweat smell after
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, like,
It's like you've eaten a lot of garlic.
I was gonna say rotten mushrooms. You have
Ew,
to like
gross.
leave a pot of mushrooms
does
on
your
the stove for
sweat-
too long.
Maybe it smells like asparagus pea.
There you go. There you go.
Like, definite, like you know.
Yeah.
Oh, she was poisoned. She was definitely poisoned.
Oh boy.
It's a pheromone. It's
Doing it to myself.
Oh, God. All right.
Actually,
Do you know that only happens to some people?
Okay.
The asparagus and pea thing?
Yeah, like not
Really?
everybody gets the asparagus pea smell.
Weird.
some people named Liam.
The more you know. Well, you have effectively a day and a half or so until that dinner invitation. So what would you like to do in the interim?
Should we send a message? Do you want me to send a message to Trent and let him know that we'll be there? I can ask what the dress code is.
I think there is nothing I would love more than for you to send a message to Master Ikathon accepting his invitation.
You got it, Caleb. I'm gonna send a message.
Okay.
Dearest Trent, hey, got your message to Caleb. We will be there. Can't wait to see what your house looks like. Any dress code?
Ooh.
Dang. I'm getting good at this,
Stuck
you
the
guys.
landing.
Growth.
Rapid response comes. Well then, I look forward to seeing all of you. No particular dress code. Wear what is comfortable, please. That's all.
Fancy.
19 words, pretty good.
He's got a slimy voice, but he says we can wear whatever's comfortable. I say we wear formal wear.
Agreed.
Or should we wear our armor? That might be important.
I'm going into an enemy's house, you know.
We can wear our armor and then some fancy accents. How about that?
Yeah, do you have like any like rip away dresses, you know, so we can like wear gear but then be like skunk.
Technically, aren't all clothes rip away if you're strong enough?
You're right.
Yep.
Oh, this is real good. Hold on.
But seriously, please treat this like we are going in on a fact-finding mission, but also be prepared for it to be a total bloodbath.
Got it.
Good.
Always.
Good
Be
parameters.
prepared for murder.
Yep.
So wait, is our goal
Shaping
to murder
expectation.
him tomorrow night? Should we, if there's an opportunity, should we just murder him?
Let's make that plan G
Gee.
for tomorrow.
I'm very proud of you. I was expecting that to be Plan C. Plan G is that's growth.
Well, we need to figure out if there are more people to murder. So,
Okay.
Or people who've been waiting for the moment to get out from under his thumb.
we just
Wait.
need to know more.
Do you think all this time that maybe, like, do you feel like when you were here, do you feel like you were being controlled? Or was it like your choice? Do you feel like maybe they like were subtly controlling you and you just didn't know?
Oh no.
No, Chester. No. I am a different person. In every way. I relished my work. We were riding high, serving the king, tasting power. This is why I have never. It's hard.
I think that was the first time I've ever heard you admit or recognize that you were a different person back then. Good work. Ceviche,
Yeah, how do we want to do this?
do you have a thingy? I thought you said you have a thingy.
Yeah, I have a thingy. We could impose on our wizard friend again, or we could just go straight to your house.
Let's go straight to the house. Why not?
Let's do that thing while we're at your house, by the way, the poof, where we make the circle and then the teleporty thingy.
The teleporty thingy at the house?
At your mom's house, we could like set up the
Oh, we can make our thingy!
yeah the thingy.
I love it. Okay.
We'll do that.
We have to make a little temple, you know.
I love making little temples.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, when we went shopping, we bought 2 regular healing potions. Does anyone not have one?
Oh,
Rummaging through my
I
bag.
mean, I don't think I have a healing
Yeah,
potion.
this,
Maybe I
we
do.
can-
Hold on.
Any up for grabs?
One.
Is that all we got?
Yeah, we only got 2.
Oh, I've got a healing potion.
And some dope-ass jewelry.
Yeah.
That is a really beautiful ring.
Thank you. Got it for steel.
Wait, how many of those?
2. 2 and 2.
No, the
Yeah, the fire.
the fire things.
Dos.
No, I thought we got more than that. I thought it was like a pack of.
This shithead said 2. I don't know. I thought it was 2.
I thought it was a box. One
thought it was
with
like 10.
with 2 balls in them. Is that right?
Alchemical fire. Alchemist fire.
Alchemist fire.
It was a box with 2 balls.
I feel like it was like a 12-packer.
Was
I feel like it was like
it?
a 12-packer.
It was a fair amount of them.
Oh shit!
I
never-
rely on you guys to keep track of the items
thought you
once
were
they get to
taking
use.
notes. You taking notes? I thought I was.
Dude, I have.
Marisha takes notes.
Listen, I have 1
not
Cellabone,
inventory.
2 Oop Stones, and 2 Chuckle Dust. Those are the only things I wrote down that I have.
Yep.
Well, then you better not use them until you confirm with Danny. Then
I'll go consult the Lord
Hold on.
Master. Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna find this
Just
out.
Slack Danny.
Yeah, don't know. Text her.
Yeah.
all right.
All right. So I will pull out the little turtle statue that Jester gave me from her home and grip it in my hand.
Don't
and
crush it.
Oh, no! My grip is so weak. I have a strength of 10. And
And don't let it hurt you.
it is, in fact, jabbing straight through my palm. The circle took some futzing, but this is instantaneous, so he just mutters a few words and then whoosh.
All of us? Do we have to be holding hands or anything?
I do not believe you have to be holding hands.
We can.
Oh, just to be safe.
Right? This one?
No.
Okay.
will
Wow,
double
we just
check.
whirl.
Verbal.
Caleb just disappears.
Yep.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, shit.
Later, bitches.
Oh, man.
This is part of it, right? This is part of it?
Yeah.
This is part of it? This is part of it.
Yeah, you don't have to touch hands. You have to be within 10 feet of you.
Okay.
So, yes, as you all kind of gather in a
North
small
Tower.
circle, Caleb mutters something under his breath, and then no circle on the ground, no extended preparation. You all just suddenly feel that drifting sensation in your stomach.
Oh.
Like that brief kind of rising, almost weightless sensation for a split second, and then with a blink of light, where are they?
We are in the lobby of the lavish chateau.
You guys are now right in the center of the now shaded interior of the lavish chateau, midday in Nicodranas. As you land there, you can hear there's a little bit of music playing. It's not too terribly crowded. There's maybe like 4 individuals that are in from their dock work, just getting a drink. A little higher than their pay grade, but because they like the way it's made here. Also, momentarily you hear what sounds like a... and you glance over and see Nugget kind of just apparate as well.
Nuggets!
And then runs up and kind of like...
It's me. It's just your original mommy, but I understand if you don't feel like I'm your mommy anymore.
And just starts licking your hand. Now, Nugget's been gone here for quite some time, being watched by Marion, and is significantly larger than you last remember him being. Still nowhere near a full-grown blink dog, but kind of in between the period. Maybe, from nose to tail, about that big. And so is still kind of like a bit of a unwieldy creature for the expectation.
I like to think that Nugget blinks back and forth between the lavish chateau and Beth's family home.
Yeah, we'll say for the past number of hours with your arrival, there's been a bit, especially with Luke living here. Luke has taken personal interest in playing with Nugget in the time that he
How
spent
do
here.
Sprinkle and Nugget get along?
Well, one's alive.
I brought you a cute toy.
Nugget comes over to our house and just poops and then goes back.
Yep. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yes, it's like it's been an experience.
Every morning.
Hard to catch him, that asshole. But yeah, nevertheless, you are here in the chateau, and Nicodranas is your oyster.
Should we crash Veth?
Yeah?
The Bernardo family, see what they're up to?
Oh, I should find out exactly where she lives.
Yeah.
I'll go ask Mama. And I run upstairs with Nugget.
You run upstairs. As you're running up the stairs to Nugget, you hear the and then his footfalls stop, and you look up, and he's already waiting for you at the top of the landing.
You're such a cool dog.
You head up into the room, and as you kind of you knock on the door, just push in.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you do?
Knock on the door and push in.
As you go inside, you can see your mother is currently sitting at her little vanity and is in the process of kind of brushing her hair back and turns around and goes, "Oh, Chester, you're back already?"
Yeah. We can just come now whenever. Like, literally, we can just stop in for a night all the time now.
Well, you are welcome to come whenever you wish to, please.
Should I let you know?
I mean, maybe just for the sake of Might be a very busy night, but if you're coming to visit, give me a little bit of heads up, and I am more than happy to have you. That is wonderful news.
Yeah, so we can just stay here tonight. We're going to have some dinner. We're going to check out Vet's house. I should probably find out where that is.
Oh, right this way.
Okay.
She stands up and tucks her little stool beneath the vanity, leads you over to the balcony, and points across the way of the open the section of the opal archways from where the lavish chateau is. There is this very, very kind of circular style thoroughfare, like this kind of main plaza area in the center where there's a fountain, and you can see there's a number of these silk streamers that kind of attach from the top of the fountain to the different corners of this region. And she points over to this one collection of buildings that have abodes kind of in both floors and series. It looks kind of like the equivalent of an apartment complex, if you will, but very, very well built and beautiful. And points over towards the corner and goes, "That is where the Bernatos have been living."
Oh, perfect. We will go over there, but I'll be back, okay?
Of course. I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, as I start to run away, I stop and turn around at the door and say, "Have you heard anything else from Lord Sharp?"
Not at the moment, but he hasn't been a client for a bit of time.
Not anything since the party?
No?
Okay,
Why?
I was just wondering.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too, Jester.
And I run down the stairs.
Okay. So, as you all have gathered at the bottom of the lavish chateau, where are you off to?
I tell her exactly. I'll tell everybody where Vet lives. Should we head off there immediately?
We need our 9th member.
Let's go. Kick down her door. Break all of her plates. Eat all of her food.
Like friends do.
Drink all of her booze. It's gonna be great.
Now, Beth, what have you been up to since they've been gone?
Well, it's only been like 10 hours.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot. We had a day. We walked around, went to the beach, went to the farmer's market, had a lunch outside. We're probably cooking, getting ready for a really nice dinner when
Little dinner.
yeah, when knock knock knock, I guess.
Knock, knock.
Oh God, it smells so good.
What are you
cooking?
Oh, hand me some of that.
Do you have
should I?
chairs? We can pull up some chairs.
I can just.
I don't know if we have
4
enough
chairs.
Yeah, I can run. I can get some things. I didn't realize we were having company.
I didn't either. They just left.
This is on the floor. It's okay. I don't mind.
No. We will sit on the floor. We made sausages and things.
Oh,
but
what
we
a nice balcony! I could sleep on the balcony.
You're sleeping here.
No. We can sleep at the lavish chateau. There's plenty of rooms there. It's fine.
I put Luke on my shoulder.
Oh, that's tall.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna make a quick trip to just grab a few things.
Do you need any help?
I'm fine. I can get to and from pretty quick.
Okay, well, you hurry back. Oh, shit. I think I just stepped in dog shit. Oh, my God. Just go. I'll clean it up by the time you get back.
Okay.
Yasha, be careful. The boy's head is practically scraping the ceiling.
Yeah, maybe duck a little bit.
You okay up there?
Yeah.
You're so cool.
Careful of the ceiling fan.
He's now doing like his arm flexing muscle. Like,
Ooh, so strong. He's a tough boy.
Wow, you guys were gone so long. Do we have a new mission?
So much has happened.
Oh my gosh, so much.
Recap everything that happened in order.
And we do.
okay.
Thank you.
Wow. What a detailed account.
Yeah, word for word.
Wow. Anyway, my God, so we're going to dinner with the enemy. That's crazy.
Yes.
Tomorrow, did you say? Or 2 days?
Yeah, tomorrow night we
Tomorrow
can
night.
enjoy the evening here.
Yes. And then tomorrow, are there preparations that we need to make? Like, like a code word or anything? Or should I bring a bomb in case the things go awry? Or
Ooh, good call.
Really?
Do you have a bomb just sitting?
Yeah, bombs always
have a bomb,
smart
yes.
to have, around just in case.
Or we've got Yeza here. I could make some sort of I could have him make some sort of alchemical thing that we just sprinkle into Ikithon's
It makes him
drink.
shit all over himself.
Yeah. I was thinking kill him, but or he could just shit all over himself.
Can you imagine how embarrassed it would be though if he just shit all over himself at the table in his own house?
That would be pretty good.
Gosh.
I think our chances of murdering Trent Ickathon in his home are slim to none.
Good to know. Good to know.
What if we lure him out onto a balcony or something?
What if we go to dinner
and eat it?
Eat it after Beauregard eats it.
Yeah.
Give it to Beauregard. She'll try anything.
Mm-hmm.
And see what we see.
But I guess just to be clear, if there does happen to be a chance where we can murder him, should we? Or should we just table that?
Following his lead. Caleb's lead, yeah?
Okay.
No sudden moves.
Yeah.
And this trip northward to the frigid country, is that immediately after dinner or days later?
It's a week from now.
End of the week.
So we don't need to be prepared for a quick thanks for dinner, Trent, let's get the fuck out of here. We don't need to do that or anything, right?
Only if dinner goes really poorly.
Only if we stay at Trent's place for a week. We should get some winter clothes together, you guys.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
It's gonna be so cold.
Top of the world, yeah.
Is there shopping here?
I mean, yeah, but
not winter shopping.
No, I think Rex Centrum is
we can
better
have anything custom
outfitted
made,
for that.
yeah, but it's colder there.
Yeah.
A little better stuff.
All right, so I think I got enough for everybody.
Oh, let me take that letter. Yeah,
thank you.
help you.
He's
Oh, you got a six-pack! Awesome!
Could you help cook a little bit?
Yeah, no, let's
Yeah,
get it there.
come.
Oh, it's really
introduce us,
tiny
yeah.
in here. How do you do that? Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if you just get down on your knees, Caduceus.
I'm gonna just sit. I'm just not even on my. I'm just gonna sit down.
I'll get a stool for you. Just
Oh no, the floor is fine. This is really low. That's
okay. No worries. Just help me cut these up, and I'll go ahead and get them sautéing. And I've got it. You guys continue. Sorry.
We rented the halfling apartment, but we should have rented a full size one.
Yeah.
The rent for it is.
You know what? Here, take 500 gold and just get us another place nearby in case this happens again.
No.
Where are you getting all this money? Oh, it's crazy. We find money all over the place. This bunch we found in a volcano.
It's true.
So you weren't joking. You actually were in a volcano.
Yeah.
no.
That wasn't a metaphorical volcano. That was a real volcano.
I thought you were just on a sort of an emotional journey with your friends, and
I mean, it was also cathartic for many other reasons, but no, this was a literal volcano.
so this tentacled, multi-eyed beast wasn't some sort of projection of your internal structure
of commitment.
Actual.
No, it was real. Yeah.
It's a hard story.
Terrifying. Luke's like, it's so cool.
It's a hard story to tell with Luke around, to be honest.
It's what? It's a bad story to tell?
It's a hard story to tell. Many of the details are maybe not for.
No, it's the best.
It was
story
a giant
him around.
Maybe a couple more years.
multi-tentacled.
Could have found out sooner or later,
We'll
man.
just skip a couple.
Fire coming out of his skin. And he breathed fire, and he had multiple eyes, and he sent you these mental images of this really scary place.
Why didn't you kill him, Mom?
Duh.
Your mom had the final blow. She took him down with one shot.
Murdered him straight up.
Yes, this is over the corner, like.
Finger,
Okay.
finger.
Okay. I mean, that's greatly impressive. Be careful.
Of course, always careful. Safety first, right? That's the Mighty Nine motto.
And then we were throwing penises into a volcano, in the same volcano, and this god came down.
Don't worry, they weren't real penises. We made them first.
They were real penises.
They were toy penises.
Here.
Dad, what's a penis? And it's just like,
oh no.
Oh.
There was a gold one, but it got
Hold
stuck in this woman's hand. It was incredible.
what?
Forever.
It's like, honey,
Sorry, we'll tone it down a little bit.
It's gonna be the best
Yeah.
enemy.
But
Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
Luke.
what?
You want to learn our secret handshake, though, from the island?
Yeah.
Just go, Chaos Raid.
Chaos Raid. Looks like, no.
Yeah.
Here. Give him a fucking firework. Take his mind off.
Yeah, let's shoot some fireworks off from the balcony.
I want a fucking firework.
Do we have any more T-Rex? Did anyone bring home T-Rex in a pouch or something?
Got some
A
tea.
T-Rex tooth?
Oh, yeah, we all have a tooth.
Hey, Luke, why don't you go play with your friend Vanishing Dog, or whatever his name is.
Nugget. His name is Nugget.
Nugget. That's the one.
I slipped Luke some bottle rockets.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
It's gonna burn the house down.
Oh my God! Please don't bust his hand off.
Also, does your house have
If
a
he does,
yard?
though, I'll be able to fix it. Don't.
No?
11.
There must be a courtyard. It's a condo.
Yeza sees it.
Those Malibu houses.
There's like,
Allison, tell me, what was it like to grow up as Luke?
Yeza walks over and takes the rockets from Luke
Oh.
when he's old enough.
How old is he? How old is Luke?
DM? At the beginning, I felt he was around 3 or 4.
No, he's
Now I
like,
feel like he's like 6 or 7.
no, he's like 4.
He's 4?
Yeah.
Oh my God! But you know,
I thought he was like
halflings
6
are
or
different.
7.
Halflings
Yeah,
are
they're
different.
much older.
He's that little?
Yeah.
Oh, now I feel really bad.
4-year-old bottle rockets.
Yeah.
Gave a 4-year-old a crossbow.
Perfectly safe toy.
Also,
More
your
that,
4-year-old
like-
should know what his penis is.
Yeah, a 4-year-old should definitely
We
know.
call it a wee-wee.
Oh,
Yeah. The term he was unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
got it.
We don't use medical terms around him.
You know, my mom believed in medical terms. Just put it right out there.
Really?
Yeah, that way you never, get confused.
Put the penis right out there.
Just the words.
Dinner's ready. All right.
3 or 4? Oh my God.
Confused. He's very precocious. He reads at a 6-year-old level, I mean.
Oh, yeah, well.
6th grade level. Holy shit, he's brilliant.
So, you enjoy a fine meal cooked by the team of Yeza and Caduceus. Catch up a bit more on the stories about your all perspectives on the experience Rumble Cusp. And you're able to speak on whatever as much as you'd like to about your future plans, if at all. But nevertheless, the evening grows dark, the sun sets, and is there anything you wish to accomplish for the night here in Nicodranas?
I'm going to take a walk to the lighthouse.
Oh.
Okay. All right. After the meal is done, and it is a nice filling meal, some of you kind of rest to digest for a bit and, watch Luke begin to act out his interpretations of the things that his mother did. Starts taking his still slightly dangerous for a child his age crossbow.
4-year-old.
Gotta learn something.
Yep. Well, Caduceus, you go ahead and make your way out along the kind of sand-scraped cobblestones of the opal archways, passing down towards the harbor, drawn towards the image of the large lighthouse of the Wild Mother. You can see the gradual shifting of the beam across the cloudless, starry night sky. You can hear the sound of waves crashing against the rocks and beach. You can hear the occasional whistles and bells from ships that are coming into and going back out to harbor.
This is perfect. I'm going to cast Word of Recall.
Okay.
I guess it recalls something?
Didn't you say Total Recall?
Total Recall.
Word of Total Recall?
Wait.
You have to do it in a... It's not a... You get the little temple, I don't.
All right.
Are you
so,
leading the party?
as you... explain how you cast the spell.
Take in the lighthouse, and I reach into my bag for some of the mushrooms and fruit and dirt that I kind of keep from home, that my tea comes from, and I just slowly drop it at the edge of the lighthouse as I walk around it as much as I can and let it start to take root and use the decompose to just let it begin to grow at its accelerated rate.
Okay.
And connect it to my temple.
Okay. As you finish your pass around, which the lighthouse is on the edge of the cliff, so there are a few precarious edges that you kind of toss and let the wind do the rest for you. And as you do, you like toss a bit of this mulch, if you will, into the wind and watch as a breeze kind of blows it back into the lighthouse, and it slides down into the bits of cliff edge dirt and seagrass that are kind of barely cusping off the edge. And as you return back to the point where you had begun this, you can already see small peaking caps beginning to make their way through. As you finish concentrating, close your eyes, taking a deep breath and muttering your prayer to the Wild Mother. With your eyes closed, the lightless expanse around you, through your eyelids you see a faint, warm, pale white-green glow in the shape of the lighthouse itself kind of pierce into your mind's eye. And as you slowly open your eyes, that glow remains hanging for about a second longer. It's almost like the lighthouse itself is the one, is emitting light as a central beacon as opposed to the actual beam. And as that fades, you look down and the mushrooms are now fully grown, as if weeks had passed in a matter of moments. And you feel a kind of a deep, anchored connection to this lighthouse.
With a little luck, we won't need this, but we'll try to deal with what you've put in front of us. Thank you. I'll take the slow walk back to the chateau. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back to the Lava Chateau.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, are we all going back there to sleep tonight?
You said you were putting us up there, yeah?
Okay. I'll do this when we get back then.
Okay.
But I will step away for a moment, and I'm going to just... Is there a balcony here? Is there someone like where I can be a little private? Seth?
Oh, yeah, sure. There's a little courtyard, and there's a roof. There's a rooftop deck.
Really?
Oh, that came with the HOA. Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to go up to the rooftop deck.
Okay.
I'm going to sit down and I'm going to cast Scry on Lord Robert Sharp.
All right.
And see what the fuck he's doing.
Okay. As you kind of sit there for a second looking over, from this perspective, it's a beautiful view of the archways, of the buildings of similar height. And you can see, because the archways kind of exists a little bit on a higher hill than a lot of the rest of the city, which kind of descends around before it gets to the edge of the cliffside. So from this rooftop view at night, it's this beautiful landscape of hundreds and hundreds of lantern lights of different colors through different colored glass and lanterns. So it's this beautiful view. And as you kind of sit, the still somewhat warm ocean air coming in, and close your eyes and concentrate. In that moment, you sense across from you, hands taking yours, and a familiar voice goes, "So you want to go peek in on that disgusting being?"
Just want to make sure that, I'm not going to get in trouble for what we pulled at the party.
Let's go have a look, shall we?
Okay.
And as you close your eyes, you feel your consciousness extend a bit, almost like the traveler is taking your hand and pulling your spirit from your body for but a moment. And in that passage, you bring yourself immediately to the exterior of a beautiful mansion, this estate that exists on the kind of northeastern side of Nicodranas. And there, suddenly, you see him sitting in some sort of a dark red leather study, books everywhere. He's in a long, loose kind of silk robe over just some comfortable, expensive clothing, and it looks like he's in the process of reading, just casually.
What is he reading? Can I see?
Make a perception check.
Oh, which one will it be?
Gotta pick a good one.
13.
13. Can't quite make out the details, but you get a good view of him. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping well, but not much else to really pick up on him.
Is there anybody there with him?
Not from what you can tell, since the focus of this particular scrying beacon is him. You can just make out some of the colors in the room around him, and the furniture he's immediately on, which is kind of like a lounging couch with that dark red leather. That's about it.
Okay.
So he's not currently at the moment hunting you down, if that's what you were worried about.
No, just, All right.
The book is called How to Kill Jester.
I know, right?
How to
So you got caught out on a balcony with your wang out.
Second edition.
Hardcover.
Okay. I guess I'll stop scrying then.
Okay. As you kind of return, the voice of the traveler echoes through your mind. Well, at least we didn't catch him with his wang in his hand.
That would have been better, though.
Some things even I don't want to see. And then as you kind of open your eyes again, you briefly think you see like the flutter of a cloak, but it's just a leaf drifting by in the wind. But there's no trees immediately nearby, so the source of the leaf is a little strange.
I go back inside.
Okay. Any other business before the night is done?
Negative.
I think when we all get back to the chateau and we're laughing and have had a good time, have over dinner, and it's all winding down, I say, hey, you have talked so much about your time as a child with your Fey friend here, and all the time you were trapped in your room. Would you show us your room? I'm so curious. We've been in this building so many times, and I've always wondered what your childhood bedroom looked like.
Guys, want to see my room?
I feel like
Sure.
I think I saw it when you dressed me up in your dress that one time, but it's a sight to behold.
Yeah, come on up.
Yeah.
I'll go up and show them. Good, I needed to go to my room anyway, so this is perfect.
Okay. Jester leads you up to the chamber where she spent the majority of her life, and you may describe it to them as you see fit.
Oh my gosh. There's a very ornate little bed in the room, lots of ruffles. It's like a, four-post bed, sort of.
Canopy
There's a
bed.
canopy, There's lots of little trinkets everywhere, little sculptures. Some are shitty, some are pretty good. Lots of books. And all over the walls, starting at the bottom with like really kind of not very good drawings. It just covers up. The higher you go, the better the drawings get.
As you got taller, you got better.
I think talent comes with height.
Probably.
Yeah.
I must be extremely talented then.
You are, Yasha.
You're a big reader.
Oh, well, yeah, what else are you going to do when you're, hanging out in here? Plus, I had a lot of tutors, My mom always said it's very important to be educated. So you can be a good conversationalist.
Wise woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are lots of windows in this room.
Yeah. It's fun to look out, isn't it?
How many times have you climbed out that window?
Quite a few. But I was actually pretty good about staying in for a very long time. It wasn't until after the Traveler, really, that I started sneaking out a little bit more. What do you think?
Better than I imagined. You were not lying.
Oh! Lay down in the bed. It's okay. Just lay down.
Just lay down in the bed, Caleb.
It's a little small for me, but okay.
If you lay down in the bed, up on top of the canopy, I've painted a beautiful landscape of the Nicodranis sea line with the lighthouse and everything, so you can see it looking out. It's like you're looking out the window, but it's above you.
Watches Nugget leaps up onto the bed as well, and is like,
I'm really more of a cat person, but okay.
And just pees in the bed.
No, Nugget!
Now, this I am familiar with.
Nugget, get down. I know. What is happening? You really should learn Nugget. Don't pee in the bed.
Just gone.
Smells like,
Bed.
smells like old times.
I was going to sleep here tonight. Now I can't sleep in this bed.
Anybody smell?
change the sheets real quick.
Ugh,
Does anyone else smell
it's probably
asparagus?
gone through to the mattress. I'm going to have to buy a new mattress.
Caduceus, magic it away.
How?
Magic. I don't know.
Eldritch Blast.
Blackened feathers everywhere.
I wave my hands and the windows all suddenly snap closed.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
I don't know what else
Oh no,
to tell
keep
you.
them open. It's a very strong smell.
Make them all open.
But while we're here, I am going to also cast Word of Recall here in this room.
Okay.
This is, if there ever would be a temple to the Traveler, this is it. Since I've painted many drawings of him and other things that remind me of him all through the room.
Okay. As you guys are here kind of taking in the space, you watch as Jester kind of smiles and closes her eyes and begins muttering this quiet, as much of a prayer to the Traveler as there can be. It's more just a bunch of like, hey, you're pretty cool.
Yeah. This is going to be like a cool temple. This will come to.
Sounds like Do-Wah Diddy. I don't know.
As she begins to mutter this, it's interesting. The room itself is lit by 3 separate lanterns that kind of give this warm interior glow. You watch as they all slowly grow dimmer and dimmer, and as they do, certain drawings in the surrounding chamber begin to get brighter and brighter. You can see numerous dots of green, and you can now see clearly what was mostly hidden amongst this scattering tapestry of sketches throughout her lifetime. How many various interpretations of the Traveler are hidden throughout this room, and now all of them one by one are all giving off this faint green glow, until eventually the lanterns are nearly extinguished, and you can see dozens and dozens of these vibrant, almost alighting your faces with the volume of light that's coming from this in a green hue, before all the lanterns brighten up once again. You kind of shake your head, and the color passes, and you are now linked. This is a sanctuary for whatever you call.
Great. Did you also do it?
Oh yeah, that was my walk earlier. I've got everything.
What did you all do?
Well, if ever we're in a horrible situation that Caleb maybe can't get us out of, Caduceus and I will be able to get us back to Nicodranus in a flash.
I'll need both of us for everybody, but
Yeah.
Hey, there's always one of us unconscious, so.
Right.
All right. It just bamps us back here?
yep.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Technically, I'll take us a few blocks away, but yeah.
Technically, he will.
Yeah.
Is it very taxing on you to do?
Well, it's almost the top of my skill set, but not quite, if you know what I mean.
Oh boy. At face value, I think so.
It's not the worst thing, but it's if we've had a real rough time, then hopefully we still have the energy for it.
Yeah.
Excellent. And there's 2 clerics. Not every group of adventurers is lucky enough to have 2 clerics.
Yeah.
Right,
Some
Matthew?
don't even have one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Foolish people.
You almost have more than one healer.
1.5.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That's rough, but
I mean, to be fair, Caduceus is like 1.3 healers.
That's true.
And Jester's like 0.4, so that's a lot good.
Yeah.
Very good.
If you're rounding up, then yeah, you have 2 healers.
it's like with the low-fat milk of healers at that point. It's 98%.
But you guys, look at my pretty dress I painted.
Different skills.
Clairlock.
All right. Is there anything else you wish to accomplish for the evening, or shall we bring you to the next morning?
Next morning.
Yeah.
Next morning.
Okay.
Caleb will, so quick.
Yeah.
Caleb will take out the smaller book and spend 15 minutes writing.
Okay.
That's all.
Cool. All right. You eventually head off to your various chambers throughout the chateau and find yourselves getting a good night's sleep in a comfortable bed.
Oh, I snuggle up with Mama since my bed smells like piss.
She doesn't argue. An early morning wakes you all, as you didn't, especially after your odd sleep schedule in Rumble Cusp, kind of getting yourselves back on a decent schedule. You go to bed a little early, wake up a little early, good like 7:30, shortly after dawn. The morning greets you. You all kind of gather downstairs, and a morning meal has already been prepared for all of you, courtesy of the chateau itself. What would you like to do?
It's great here, isn't it?
The breakfast buffet cannot be beaten. It's so good.
This is a buffet. I can't even. You can have anything you want.
Yeah, and as much as you want.
Yeah, it's not like you just get one thing. You have every choice.
Yeah.
Plates are so small, though. I don't know how any of you deal with this.
I've went back 7 times already.
Should I bring my own plate next time? Is that okay?
Yeah. Feel free.
Bottomless French toast is amazing.
P.
BYOP.
But so much
cool, right?
asparagus. Is that like a Nicodromus thing?
It grows very well. It's hard to kill once you got it going.
Yeah.
It's true.
I swipe some bacon, put it in my pocket for later.
Pocket bacon.
Okay. That you can smell the breakfast this early in the morning being
over.
cooked across the way.
Going for breakfast. So what's going on? We going or what?
Yeah, are Luke and Yeza
coming.
with you?
Yep, they're coming with us.
I don't mean that, but they can have some of the free breakfast.
They can take. I mean, we have food.
Yeah, I know, but this breakfast is like it's like going to the Four Seasons for a
They
free
eat
breakfast.
here
But
every other day.
okay.
They are
You have to
sick of
ruin
it.
this.
Did you try the bottomless French toast, by the way?
I just get up and walk over.
It's a powdered sugar.
Like if Yasha just undoes her big gnarly belt just like one notch.
I just take it off.
Yeah, everyone's ready for an all day of adventuring. Getting the pancake sweats.
I'm going to just fill my haversack with a lot of pastries because it's been a while.
Yeah, easy enough to do, and there are plenty here, so you can
Yeah.
write down your inventory number of pastries.
Okay.
I will take some as well. Veth, here's a question for you. We are going to be in Rexentrum for the week. We have a lot of time there, and we've been away from your family for so long. Would you like to bring them with to Rexentrum?
Is it safe?
Well, we're going to see my dad.
Probably not.
Wait, what?
Bring them
Your
to that.
Well,
dad
we
is
won't
in
bring them to
Rexentrum?
that, but I have a perfect place for us to stay while we're there. And they could, they'd be very comfortable.
Do we have a place? Do you have a place to stay there?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
an inn that I am intimately familiar with.
Gentlemen's in Rick? What?
No, the gentleman's in Zadash. Can we go there?
Wait, what's going on?
I would not say no to that at some point.
Are we going to have dinner with the enemy tonight?
You're right. Yes,
Yes,
that's happening tonight.
Zadash and,
I mean, after
Pumat
the
will have
dinner,
to wait.
if we survive. I want to go see my dad.
If I can keep them close, then
Sorry,
Yes, so
guys.
I actually I am familiar with lodging in both Zadash and Rexentrum, where they could house all of us.
okay. Yeah. that would
It's just
be-
you've had so little time.
I had one day. Yes. No. It would be great to keep them around. They could have a little jaunt. And
Is
then...
everybody? I mean, obviously they're not coming, to a wizard's tower.
I think it's a great idea.
Good.
As long as, Trent won't be spying on us and we'll use Veth's family as sort of like collateral and do something evil.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe we should leave them here for this until after the Trent dinner, and then we can bring them up.
Yeah, then they can come with us to Zadash and they can see my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Zadash. That'll be nice.
Yeah. Just in case there's a horrible, murder tonight.
Murder wizard.
Yeah.
You say that so happy.
It's just rolled off the tongue.
But thank you for the offer. So how do we get there? Are you going to teleport us?
Well, I would prefer to be at peak capability this evening.
if need be. So I would like to use
of that sex potion that I didn't use yet. If you need that,
maybe on another night. I just mean if we get pulled into danger. So I would prefer to use the library again, if that's all right with you.
Oh, yeah. Do we need to go to Yusa to use that, or can we just go from here and then go there?
No, we can go
Freezies?
from anywhere, but we would need to land at the circle at the Cobalt Soul.
Oh, yeah. It's fine.
Do I need to be in peak form tonight?
Well, you rarely are not, but I would advise it, yeah.
Then I probably should not send a message ahead of us.
I think
You're kind of
we're
a big deal
above
now.
that. Exactly. And they know that we're coming in and out. It's fine.
One way to find out, I suppose.
Put your new status to the test.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, let's start. So are we ready now? Any last minute things?
I look out the window. Do I see Thaddeus?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh man. That'd be the best.
Look, you're too far. It's a natural 20.
I was gonna say-
I swear to God, it's a natural 20.
It's just a lumps of rock.
It's that one. It's 24 total.
Okay.
That would be a decent-
Where?
As they're all having this conversation, getting ready, you kind of just glance over your shoulder out the window, and you see about a block and a half down the way something fly.
Son of a bitch. Right before we poof.
We have to step through.
Son of a bitch.
Attack.
Yeah. What?
As you all emerge, the familiar subterranean basement of the Rexentrum Archive of the Cobalt Soul, you can see there is an individual who is kind of sitting there, currently writing in a small book. Glance up and
Don't worry about it.
yeah,
Positive bow.
right.
Thanks.
We weren't
past.
made aware of.
I was gonna send you a message ahead of time, but I need all my spells, you know?
Certainly. As you guys all walk past, make your way up into the library proper. Once again, the massive interior of this amazing library. Since last you were here, meeting with Udalafon and a few other members of Crook the day before.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I guess Nah, she said she'd contact me, or they'd be
but yeah.
contacting me. It's fine. Let's just keep going.
Okay. All right.
so like, what time is it? Midday?
No, right now it's early morning. You guys have plenty of time. Is there anything you want to do before tonight, in Rexentrum or otherwise?
Should we-
If you have means to teleport and such, like you have ways to go. So
I love that.
I'm just saying, don't feel constrained
Just going to dinner, huh? Just going to dinner. You got all day.
Yeah, just want to go straight in.
Clock's ticking.
I mean, you totally can.
You know,
No. We should
sun's
get
still
some.
shining on you.
We should get some winter clothes getting like
Oh, yeah,
prepared so
yeah.
that they can be made while we're doing other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it might take like a week to get like a coat made or something.
Was there any research? Did we already research of the 9 eyes and all that stuff that we were gonna do?
Beauregard's
Going
delegated.
through there, but
That's right.
going to your dad, I think that would be a good thing to poke around in.
Before we,
Yeah, but not today.
Not today.
Tomorrow.
no, yeah.
But you're right. We could get some clothing orders in now, so that they'll be done hopefully by the end of the week, because it is going to be cold as a motherfuck up on top of the world.
Do I have this map, or is this just for reference? Was this given to us?
That was given to you.
By
Or actually, Dorogna still has it, but showed it to you.
Cool. Never mind.
So, and with your keen mind, you would have a very clear. Yep, just like that. That's the sound it makes every time you use it.
Should we research the city of Aor? Aor?
Flying city of Aor.
You guys can research whatever you want to with the time you got.
Because we're here.
I'm fine with that. I actually,
Right in the library, might as well.
I'm gonna check with the monks too to see if they actually have some winter garb that might be a little bit more official uniform. So
good.
yeah, so I'll actually double back inside.
Okay.
And yeah, talk to somebody and be like, outfit me.
Okay. Some of the various archivists or the keepers of the library take you to one of the outfitting chambers there where they have a lot of their standard uniforms for different positions, as well as different weather and battle armaments and such. They don't have anything that is on its own prepared for the cold that you've been told to prepare for, but there are some expositor plus gear that you can bring that is the beginnings of an outfit that is prepared for the weather you're going to be encountering. Heavy fur lining in some cases, thicker pants with multiple layers, heavy boots that are designed for harsher terrain as well as to prevent moisture from soaking into the center. So you get some elements like that. You still would probably need to supplement that with like cloak, hood, and probably something for your arms if you really want to.
Okay, I'll grab a pair of pants, kind of like baggy, almost look like gaucho pants that are fur-lined.
Mm-hmm.
Take my expositor belt that Dyron gave me that I haven't really adorned yet, and officially tie it around my waist. It's like slate gray that fades very much in the style that my first belt went to, that fades to a royal cobalt blue. And then I grab a fur-lined vest off as well.
Okay.
Just throw that on. Start there.
Okay.
Do they have any like pins or anything, like iron pins or badges or something? I don't know.
I mean, there are different elements of iconography that you can use to adorn yourself if you like. You may have brief fashion, or a fashion.
A little, like, all-seeing eye brooch or something.
Okay, you got it.
Some TGIF flair.
Yeah. I hate Mondays. Yeah.
Not a lot of flair in the library there, unfortunately. All right.
And then I guess on the way out, I'll grab Caleb. Should we do some research? Want to hit the books?
You want to look into flying cities?
I guess. I don't know what else to do with my time.
Yeah, we have to. I still need to go shopping, but.
Well, how about you go shop? I'll pull some books. Feel free to come back whenever.
You pull books, and then I will come back and help you read.
Great.
Okay.
I start my thing.
All right. What are you researching? Who's researching what while you're here?
I'm gonna talk to one of the scribes, one of the archivists, Aor Farland. Wait, Todd McFarland. What was it? Foreign. Yes. That. And anything about potential like weapons or magics or anything that we might find.
Alawak Sanctuary.
In the Alawak Sanctuary.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. Wait, I don't think that's right. All right, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. Okay. 26.
Ooh.
Rolled a
Not
17.
bad. Okay. Foreign is the name of the centralmost and largest body of land in Islecross. Islecross is made up of numerous smaller sections of land, like islands, larger islands that kind of cluster around its base there. Most of the area is above the tree line. There are some sporadic trees and such, but a lot of it's just open, snowy tundra, blizzard-scarred landscapes, and jagged mountains of gray and white stone. You kind of... There's not a whole lot to the history there. There is no historical value to the location that is recorded necessarily. It's too far north for people to go and want to live. So it seems like the first society that went that direction out of just general curiosity and expedition attempts was through Urthadern.
Okay.
And there was a village of Sarinya that was founded by them. but it was mainly just a fishing village that was trying to take up whatever resources were available on that northern side, not terribly far from where Uthadurn was, just across the sea, comparatively. And you also learn that there were strange artifacts being brought back from those small outposts of Uthadurn that were being traded south. And this is over the past half a century or so.
Oh.
They were just strange little sections of relics and things that some were non-functional, some held some power within them still. And that's what began to kind of draw the curiosity and interest of the Empire. And then the Empire began to build their own outpost up there, known as Balin Post.
That's Balin Post. Okay.
You learn that the journey northward, technically it's a shorter ship ride between Bysaeus Teal, which is the northernmost primarily elven city of the Empire. However, the frozen depths of that ocean channel there is extremely dangerous to travel, so most people prefer to go the lengthier but safer route from Palebank Village to the south area of Foran. To confirm what you heard from Vestarugna, there are a number of regions on the island of Foran, and a lot of Islecross that just have strange flares and odd regions of wild magic, where magic of all kinds seems to be bent or twisted and having effects that you weren't expecting. Certain incantations could give you odd, unexpected results, and depending on the powers that are attempted to be evoked, can be extremely dangerous.
And that's any magic user that was attempting to.
Correct.
Okay.
With that roll, there's only a little bit of information that's coming directly from Islecross and the excavations currently to the Cobalt Soul, because it is a very, very carefully guarded location, and for the most part, there's a lot of mistrust up north, and there are a lot of apparently a number of decades still of subtle skirmishes and elements of violence and bloodshed between the dynasty and the Empire in those regions before the war ever broke out, and most likely after the peace was even set recently, based around these excavations.
Okay.
And there is the central excavation, the biggest one, where it is believed where these relics came from, and many people surmise that at least a portion of the ancient city of Aor exists. And there are smaller sites throughout where smaller pieces may have fallen, where similar relics have been uncovered.
Can I go talk to another one of the archivists or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to point at the artifacts that he's talking about, or that I'm reading about, and just ask if we have any here. Holding on to?
Unfortunately, we do not. Most of those have been put under. They have been taken and are maintained by the Cerberus.
I knew that's what you were gonna fucking say. Okay. All right. Okay.
As far as Aor itself, with that roll, there isn't a lot of information. What you do know kind of corresponds with some information you've already uncovered. It was a magocracy. It was considered one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful, of the pre-calamity arcane-centric societies. It was massive. It was quite populated and was driven by the belief that mortality, the gift of magic to the mortal, was a gift as well as a challenge by the gods to eventually show that the creations can become the creator. The idea that if a mortal can acquire this much power to destroy its own creator, then does that not make itself the gods themselves, as they are? And that belief varied throughout the populace there, but those in power firmly felt that there was a drive to, whether it be to save Exandria from the destruction of the coming calamity by eliminating the Pantheon entirely, or for personally selfish reasons. There's no specific record. Most of this is just hearsay from survivors of other parts of the region. It is believed that there were no survivors of the fall of Aor. There is no written or verbal record from inside the society, all from those that remember it from an outside perspective.
Pompeii style,
if you will.
People from Crate watching it go down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Anything else?
I relay all that info to him when he comes back.
Okay.
Put a pin in that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to return to that. Well, we're going shopping.
Yeah, I want to buy clothes.
Okay. All right. I'd say
I would have some idea of where to look for sturdy fare, finer fare.
Oh yeah.
Fashionable, but also functional.
I want fashion.
We want to look good first. Nobody that we're going to see. We want.
Yeah,
to
if
look
we're
good.
going into the tundra, we want to look.
Exquisite corpses.
You want to be hot.
Look, it's important. I respect that. Alrighty.
Right.
We'll say within the Vigil Circle, you find a, for lack of a better term, the garment district of Rexentrum. There are a number of supplies and wholesalers and textile warehouses that sell fine materials, fabrics, silks, both crafted within the Empire and imported from beyond. And there are a number of very, very talented, for a price, of course, custom tailors that can be hired and commissioned for specific pieces. So what is it you're looking to have made?
I am looking to return to my Empire roots, and I commission a long, thick, warm coat, very much akin to the coat that everyone met me in. However, this one will not be moth-eaten and disgusting.
Okay.
So it will be brown and leather and long coat, fur-lined. I will get a very thick scarf. And I will also find a leather worker who can build me a new harness for my books. The spell book is getting pretty fat and can no longer fit under my armpit. So the book on the left will still hang about here, but I have, I describe a case or a harness that is more phone book sized that hangs off of my right hip.
Right, almost like a side satchel.
Yeah, but then I want them to have it hooked to my belt so that it's not flying all over the place when we're running for our dear lives.
Cool.
And then that will be counterbalanced by my old satchel, which I will keep, where I keep all my spell components and other odds and ends.
Alrighty. Okay. I'd say have all those pieces commissioned. It'll take a few days to gather the materials and create the pieces, and it'll run you about 25 gold pieces for the entire outfit.
Done.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just drew it, so I'm gonna just describe what I just came up with. I'm going to go and get. Okay, I'm gonna get a light blue, like tunic, with long sleeves. I don't need like super thick stuff because I am resistant to the cold. So this is more for fashion. A tunic. I'm gonna get some like light gray, like thermal tights sort of thing, and then I'm gonna get some
Arcteryx? No.
D&D tights.
250.
I'm gonna get.
She's resistant, so she'll only take half damage.
I'm gonna get some long knitted like thigh highs that are like knitted like Fair Isle. Anybody that knows knitting knows what I'm talking about. It's like stripes and stuff with designs knitted into them, that are like flowers and like bees. I want to get bees knitted into them, and I imagine this will cost a pretty penny because it is pretty specific. But it's going to be in like a pale blue and like white, like and light gray. And then I'm going to get an overcoat that is white, and it's fur-lined with like a pale gray fur. So it's like showing like the trim, and I want it to be bell sleeves. And then, and it'll be fitted to about here, and then it's going to flare out, and it's going to have a little hood on it. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
As you finish...
Oh, and I'm going to get some earmuffs to match that.
Okay.
And some boots, that are like fur-lined boots, obviously like to be look good, that are going to match my coat and stuff.
Matt is the store clerk.
No, that is exactly what I was. Like, as you finish your statement, you look up and you see the kind of middle-aged gentleman with his glasses, his chin tuft of white goatee, his hair slicked back with this pencil sticking out through the back of his ear, just going. And how soon did you need this last?
In like a week, is that doable?
Give me just a second.
Okay.
And he rushes off to the back room, and you hear some voices like. I think we should be able to take care of your request. Of course, this is quite a commission in a very tight period with very specific materials and with quite a number of custom knitted
yes,
elements.
so yeah, you'll have to have a very good knitter.
We can do this outfit for 120 gold pieces.
Ooh, I'll give you 500 gold. And I would like if it had... Could you add some embroidery along the coat edges as well?
Of course.
Wonderful. I would love some pink and blue flowers and maybe some pale yellow bees embroidered on there as well, with some beautiful green, like, vines wrapping around everything. Like an emerald green, something that really reminds you of the something, like, just a pretty green.
Right, I am following you, yes.
Yeah.
All right, yes, that will definitely be done. I think you'll be very happy with the results.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Half up front and then half upon the
Of course, yeah.
That's yes. So you can mark off 250 now
Yes.
and then pay 250 at the arrival. He went from completely exasperated by the whole thing to extremely giddy and kind of jubilant in a way that you didn't expect such an individual to exhibit.
You just saved his business.
Yeah.
There's a tailor in the back screaming, 9 women can't make a baby in a month. So-
All right.
Who's next?
Anyone else?
Ladies?
I would like to... Do you have something?
I'll come up with something, I'm sure.
I would like a long sleeve fur Lolita dress.
Ooh.
It's a Lolita coat and dress with a bow knot in the middle in the belt line. And I looked this up before. I want it made out of pink fabric
Okay.
and white fur trim on all of the trim places. Big buttons down the middle.
This is fucking adorable.
White hand muff. And then I'd like an earmuffs too, but very special earmuffs. If you can craft them, white fur earmuffs. But this piece, the headpiece or whatever, I saw this wonderful, lovely little redhead who had these cool antlers. And I'd like to imitate those and put those up on top of the earmuffs because they just looked so cool. So I'd like that. They can just be like little deer, little fawn, something, just little antlers.
We can clean blood stains out of this.
All right.
Indeed.
The first tailor you speak to, a middle-aged gentleman with kind of a bit of a great heft of fur and on his chin and slick-backed hair and glasses, goes, no, I'm sorry, I'm busy for the next week, and closes the door on it. But the next tailor you find can take the commission, and puts a full cost materials all in, custom elements there, about 40 gold.
Cool. Taking Jester's lead, I'll give you 42.
Well, how very kind.
And some boots.
45.
Great, done.
All right, see you in a week. All right.
Off.
Who's next?
You.
I'll go if no one else is going to go. So I'm going to find a tailor and probably a leathersmith and an armor smith, and kind of want to get my armor treated, get it oiled and treated for the cold. I leave a couple samples. I pull the pieces off the shield that are mostly decorative to kind of like show how it's done. Leave a couple fabric swatches from what I'm already wearing, just like I'm gonna leave some of my bits there for them to use for the new outfit. Gonna get a big lavender coat with white and crimson red stitching in it made. A wool hat. It's time for a new hat. Black oiled gloves and boots. Deep moss green pants, heavy cotton pants, and a jacket underneath to keep the armor off of me, just less than the shirt. Mm-hmm. And then kind of a worked into the cloak will be some of the dragonfly silk that I've brought from home, and we'll have patterns along the edges of some of the traditional pattern work of my original outfit that comes from home.
Okay. Cool.
The nicest thing I've ever owned.
No, it's not a terribly hard commission. You're also providing some of the materials for it, which would be harder to find. That'll put you at about, we'll say 25 gold as well.
I'll give him 20. I'll throw 40 since we're all being.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, you guys are.
It's only money.
You guys are making a reputation for yourselves here in the middle of this district of Exentrum. All right. Who else?
Oh, you haven't gone yet, and you haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Well, I do have a question. So
what's your question?
Can I... So the coat of the crest, I was thinking of wearing the nobleman's coat.
Yeah.
Am I able to add anything to it? Like change the look of it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So I will bring that coat, and I would like to, everything's going to be black. And I would like sort of the sleeves to be those ones that kind of are a little wide, like make the sleeves a little wider. Mm-hmm. So, you can put my hands in between and have a cold. A sort of leather drapey hood added onto it. With some fur inside. And then...
What color fur? Black as well?
I really wish I would have thought about this already. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, black fur. And... No, let's go white. Let's go white. White fur. And then in the back of the coat, I want also black embroidery on top so you can barely see it. Like... some lightning, some flowers, maybe a little white embroidery flowers.
Little accents here and
there.
Little
accents here and there. And one of those round fur hats that also.
Like the Russian ones?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Very cool. Okay.
Hopefully I don't... Okay.
Yeah.
Later I'm going to be like, that's not what I wanted to wear.
It'll be time to alter a bit.
Really wish I would have checked my gym.
Yeah. Not too complicated.
Like, nah.
I'll put you 18 gold for that.
Okay, so I will give 50 gold.
Okay.
Everybody's...
Wow. Big spenders here, Mighty Nine. Generous group.
Taylor's gonna party tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna tell tales of this phantom group that came through out of nowhere one day and just helped them make it through the winter. For anything specific?
Do you have any coats?
Yeah, there are a number of coats. What sort of coat are you looking for?
A warm one?
We have a few warm ones, yes.
I'll take one.
All right, that'll be 5 gold.
You got it.
All right, here you go.
It's gonna be like that time went to Colorado and you're just gonna be cold everywhere. The jacket's not covering.
We're set. Let's rock.
I will head back to the tailors that I went to and knock on the door. Excuse me.
Already in there, then he's like running around giving out orders and giving out slips to different members of the troop to start grabbing materials.
Oh, yes.
Can you make me some mittens that match my socks, please?
Yes, do not worry, no additional charge. We'll take care of it for you. You're welcome.
Please make them pretty. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Someone knock the door.
All right. As you are finishing your research, by the way, you do kind of close the tone, kind of sit there, taking in a bit of the information, some of it familiar, some of it new. A little frustrated, there's just a general lack of detailed information within the central archive of Rexentrum on Aor. And you feel a presence come up, and there you turn and you see Udala Fon approaching with two of the regular archivists. And as they approach and kind of stand there over you, hello, Beauregard. Do not mean to disturb you.
No, it's a little unnerving when I'm sitting and all three of you are standing. I stand.
Very well. We've done quite an extensive sweep of the archives we have here, as well as put out some feelers in other connected archives, searching for this Eyes of Nine you had spoke of.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Really?
Is there any other details you could perhaps provide? Another name or perhaps confirm with your sources what this may have been, but we do not have anything. And you watch as they put their hand out and, gesturing to the thousands and thousands and thousands.
Yeah, no,
of
I
tomes
see.
collected.
I know. I see the books. I've been here. Yeah, I get it. I get the scope. Yeah. Okay. Can I get back to you? Let me think on this for a minute.
Of course.
Okay.
And they turn around and make their way into the rest of the library.
It's fucking irritating. Just toss a book that I have.
Udala stops.
Huh? Lying? I'm lying? Oh, insight check as they walk away.
Roll an
It
insight
seemed
check.
like they were lying.
Roll an insight check.
Oh, pooper. That's not good. 15.
15. Udala seems pretty straightforward. The times that you have encountered and what you've heard, Udala is one of the paragons of the archives. They seem trustworthy.
Okay, I just kind of it seems hard to believe, but okay. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else anyone needs to accomplish in your shopping day here in Rexentrum?
No, but when I return to Beauregard, I meant to read with you. I got a little caught up in errands.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm feeling a little anxious, a little too anxious, if you can believe it, to
You?
any heavy reading today.
Oh, actually, that is surprising. I was being sarcastic, but that is a little surprising.
But let's go get lunch. I could listen to you.
Yeah, I'll
So
fill
tell
you
me
in.
about
It's I just rip a page out of my notebook in anger.
Okay.
I believe.
You need beer and a pretzel. Come on.
Okay.
All right, so you guys go ahead and find a
place, sit at an outside table, and then if she's willing to share, pump her mind for all the information she got and totally nerd out over it.
You got it.
Rather than trying to focus on a book, which I would have a hard time of doing right now.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
I tell him everything. And then also fill him in about Udala came back and they said that they couldn't find anything about the Eyes of Nine. Fucking anything. They were like, oh, can you check with your sources and maybe find, I'm like, bitch, I'm the source. I didn't say that, but I did think it in my head.
That thing you think as you walk down the stairs, yeah? Well, maybe it was just smoke and not fire. Maybe we're seeing meaning where there is none. Or maybe it is the key to everything. I don't know. Think about it.
Keep your ears open. Just need more answers.
We can come back later in the week, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Keep thinking.
Okay.
All right. Any other business during the day? All right. I'll take that as a sign that as the sun begins to set across the Zemnian sky, you all gather wearing what attire?
We brought our fancies.
Formal. So you're going full formal on this? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the fancies that we wore to
The ball.
The ball,
Oh, that's right, that velvet dress.
Yeah, but like a little bit of armor still.
Yeah, I keep
just
on
in
my
case he's.
bracers, and I bring my staff.
Okay. All right. Gathering and making your way to the familiar shimmer ward of Rexentrum as the darkened sky takes the horizon from the sunlight, and you can see from the breaks in the cloud cover bits of starlight peeking through. You eventually make your way to a familiar place to you. You come to the second southernmost tower of the Candles on the southern eastern side of the Shimmer Ward. And you stand now before the dark iron gate that is dwarfed by the multi-spired structure of brass and ruddy brick that rises like a twisting monolithic tree from a courtyard dense with oaks. This is the estate grounds known as the Ambitions Call. And the gates open for you as you stand there. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Ambitions Call?
Ambitions Call.
Good name.
Number 4 to the drive.
It's a tower
Lord of the Rings, bro.
Yeah.
out of the oak trees.
Correct. There's a courtyard of oak trees. On the corner of this, on the opposite end, there is an entrance that leads to where Astrid was staying, where you went and visited last time you were here in Rexentrum. Yeah. But yes. So.
Dinner.
Indeed. We're going to take a little break here. We'll be back here shortly to pick up wherever this goes. So we'll see you here in a few minutes.
Now experience the ultimate